Hi guys, hello Mary to everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene. I did a video a little earlier, and I did it outside in the porch, and it came out really nice. And the unfortunately enough, the video kind of got cut off. And not really sure cause it doesn't happen when they get cut off like that, but they do. And so instead of basically beating my head against the wall and trying to figure out how to make it a two-parter, I said, let's start over. Which may not be a bad idea anyway. So let's start with the most important news. Number one, Hurricane Irma. Irma is actually right now heading towards the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, and the Lesser Antilles. At this point, she is growing extremely strong wind-wise, and they say that she will be a Category 4 storm fairly soon. So it's not a new thing. Irma is definitely going to be making some very unhappy people in the Caribbean area. So we'll keep an eye on this. Right now, she's just swirling around out in the Mid-Atlantic. She's not doing hasn't touched any land yet. But that doesn't mean she can't. It just means that she's not yet touching land. On September 6th at 8 o'clock, T-Mobile will be having another UnCarrier event. This will be 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and so if you are interested in being part of that and finding out what they're up to this time, I'm hoping that they will seriously offer more plans for the lower price tiers. But I don't know if that's the case. We'll have to see. Next thing is I want to talk to my Facebook users, my Facebookers. For years, you guys have kind of felt like you are kind of getting the shaft, because every time you try to figure ways to do live streams, you find out you can't, because you have to register to use Google YouTube, and some of you just don't feel comfortable using Google YouTube. Now, we could use the Restream.io to stream to both YouTube and, of course, Facebook. Except, I don't really know if I can really justify the expense, nor do I hear Facebook explaining to people how they're supposed to set their encoders to do it. Okay? So, you guys will need to, if you really want to see that happen, you need to contact me in the comment section on Facebook and speak up and tell me what you would like to see. Let's see, anything else? Oh yes, the weather for the next few days is going to be getting cooler. We will see by Tuesday, Wednesday of this next week, we will see at 27 degrees as a high for 2 days, and then it's going to drop back into the low 20s again. I would definitely say that for the most part, except possibly maybe for late Indian summer, I don't think we're going to see any really warm temperatures, because of the fact is that we are entering a solar minimum, as ADAPT 2030 has said many times over. So because of that reason, because of the solar minimum, we're seeing temperatures dropping all across the world. We're seeing increased glaciation occurring in both the northern Atlantic and, of course, the South Pole. Now, you might be saying is, yeah, but the Arctic, they say the ice is melting. Well, it's not. There is volcanoes in Antarctica, and we are seeing some melting from the bottom. There's also volcanoes in Greenland, and we're seeing some hydrothermal vents as well. They're starting to crack through the ice. But remember, we're talking about heat here that's being forced up through the Earth's crust into the underneath the ice, which is, of course, is very hot, and that's going to cause the melting. That's not exactly the same thing that the climate change people have been talking about. That's just the sheer nature of the event itself. Now, what it does mean is that we're going to start seeing the prices of food and things that we use every day go up a lot, especially food. People are going to be wondering what's going to happen now when the prices of food go up too much. Just as people wondered now in Hurricane Harvey areas how they're going to feed themselves when they can't get to the grocery store now, which was caused by a major cataclysmic event. The kind of systems that we're talking about for climate change could seriously cause some significant damage to everybody. So, they keep telling you Adapt 2030 has been mentioning about Food for Liberty seed kits and stuff like that. Well, that's a great idea. But make sure you understand one thing, is that these seed kits, okay, even if you can get the seeds to grow things like tomatoes and squash and carrots and broccoli and green beans and peas, well, that's great. Those are all good things. So I'm glad I had corn. But the thing is that if the ground is cold and the air is cold and there's not a lot of sun, it's not going to grow well, okay? So in that case, you might want to consider indoor growing of food, which certainly is going to add some cost to the growing, because food doesn't grow cheap. It never is cheap. Growing food can be a very expensive proposition. So, yeah, you can get into that growing stuff, and that's great. But some people may not be able to do it because either they don't have the space or they don't have the desire. Now, as far as the video that got butchered up because my T-Mobile live stream kind of dropped the ball because I was sitting in the bedroom and my phone was on the porch. I haven't yet figured out how to download the video yet, so I can put the video in with the other video. And I'm going to have to figure out how to do that, because now YouTube no longer allows you to download as MP4s, even your own content. And because of that, you can't download your own content again, so that you can edit your own content. And they are going to be erasing their online live stream or editor. It's going to make it harder to fix where the video kind of unfortunately got chopped off. It would have been a lot easier if I could just bring in the video and just find a way to splice it to this video. But it's clearly needs to have a nice ending point. Yeah, let me make sure the camera's centered. Yeah, it is. Make sure that have a nice centering so that it looks good. Nice kind of preamble, post-amble, things like that. But with the YouTube editor going bye-bye, and part of the reason is because people kept leaving too many hanging pieces of video and the servers. That is a problem. But if you want people not to leave hanging chads of video on your servers, then you need, and maybe they said that's why they decided not to do this, is you need to tell them straight out, we're not going to allow you to keep infinite amount of video on our servers. So if you want to keep pieces of videos, like a couple thousand videos, we're going to give you a fixed amount of quota each month, and you're going to have this quota to work with. So if your video doesn't fit in the quota that we allocated, well, then you're going to have to do a little housekeeping, and you're going to have to make some room, and that's the way it's going to be. And they just say, nope, they're not going there. Well, I'll tell you here, I don't blame them at all. You guys, you know better than this. This thing is too high. It is, yeah. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, if YouTube, you want us to take our videos and edit them offline, that we need to be able to take the video clips that we have already uploaded, and we need to be able to download them to our computer, and so we can edit them on our computer. And that's an important piece of the process. If we can't download the video pieces that we've uploaded to fix what you say is the problem, then we're going to have a problem of our own right, which is now we're not sure how we're supposed to get our videos into our own personal editors, such as OpenShot or Final Cut Express or iMovie, to modify those videos to be what you're looking for. So that's again where the company needs to make some concessions. Either A, give us back the ability to download MP4s so we can go ahead and modify the video clips as we need to, or you're going to have to leave us the editor because we can't download the video clips. And that's the problem I'm running into right now. And I've been having problems with that, and I've been telling people at Facebook or YouTube that they've been having problems with playing, downloading MP4s and playing MP4s. The content I created, I can't get my content to download no matter what I do anymore, because you can't download the MP4s. I tried several MP4 downloading tools to download from my video, and I can't download them all. That was one of the programs I tried, and it is really irritating. Okay. Let's see, anything else? No, that's about it. I'm really kind of sorry that other video kind of got cut off, but that's the nature of the digital beast. At least you have a piece of it, but I'm gonna leave it in private and see if I can download it, and then maybe find a way to re-upload it with a little bit of cleanup so that we can not make you feel like you're watching a half incomplete video, because it was pretty complete. But it did get into some really kind of strange stuff in the end there. So, alright guys, for now I'm going to wrap this up because you guys like them short and this is already running a little bit on the long side. So thank you very much for watching this. Please don't forget that we will be doing a live stream on Sunday. Yes, don't forget guys. Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. All are invited. If you are not on YouTube, you are on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, you're going to have to register for a YouTube account to do it. But if you want to comment, that's fine. That's why I love to have it. If you are on Facebook or Twitter, and even though you don't get a chance to comment on the live stream, you can comment by commenting on the link, the video link itself, and then I will read the links. I always do, because all the sites that I post to, I do look at and see if there's any messages. And this applies to Tumblr as well. So you guys can leave comments there too, and I will read them. All right, and I thank you very much for watching us. Enjoy the next few days because it's gonna be cool, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.